Welcome to the Cafe Nightly Show. I'm your host, The Goldsmith. It is the 29th of August, 2024. Today we had the release of the Sao Paulo expansion, and Stock Car is coming back to Upland. I'll say finally back to Upland. In that, we had this momentum going, I think, with the Stock Car Pro in Brazil, and Stock Car Pro ran some weeks, and Upland didn't do Stock Car Pro in the game. So there was a question of what's going on, especially since Upland was building this whole series and whole idea of assets and race series, and there's going to be a potential additional functionality of these, and later on, it didn't happen yet. But we know it's coming back to the game. We know there's some sales coming up. We'll talk about that. We look at maybe we're going to have some more races, some of the Stock Car Pro race series C races coming back into the plaza. There was some reason to come to communally come together and watch the races in the Upland Plaza. They were giving away some prizes, but it's something where people could watch Stock Car Pro in a room with other Uplanders, theoretically, in a 3D space. So we'll see what that looks like this time around. And again, it's a good opportunity to mention, partnerships coming back around, new level of partnership, new year, new interaction. Yeah. NFLPA. So that's not out. That's something to keep on the horizon. But Stock Car Pro back into the game of Upland. We'll take a look and see what the specifics here are. Cow. I don't know where the cow came from, 6 weeks, but Cheese has a cow in her pocket today, apparently, and that's where the moo is coming from. And before we get into all that, of course, all views and opinions expressed by myself, they're mine and mine alone. Shouldn't be taking as game strategy advice. Don't represent the game of the team of Upland. Those who we do have come on as participants, as guests, as contributors, they have their own opinions. They're welcome to them. They should be taken as their own. They don't represent myself, the Goldsmith, of the Cafe Nightly Show. They are not financial or game strategy advice, and they don't represent the game or the team of Upland. Easy enough. Well, let's take a look at something that is new. We'll start with new before we can get to old. And the old is the same thing you've heard me say for the last 2 weeks. But we'll say it again. The cough. Maybe that's what you've heard too much of, but try to suppress that a little bit so we can take a quick look at Stock Car Pro returning to Upland. And again, a partnership that just keeps going, which is great, which love to see NFLPA a little more advancement, maybe a little more excitement for NFLPA. But let's take a look at the excitement at Stock Car Pro Brazil. Hot tea, I would love some. Don't die Goldie, says Cheese. 6 weeks, I would love some hot tea. I will stop and take some after we get through these short interstitial announcements here. We're thrilled to continue our partnership with Stock Car Pro. In celebration, we're launching our first Stock Car Pro Series bundles of the season. All right. I think of the season, we've had other bundles early in the year, but I guess this is the fall season of Stock Car Pro Series. This is the first bundle sale they're doing this season, Stock Car Pro Series, but they don't start at race number 1. Go figure. But, we do have the first bundle sale going on here. The bundle sale details, whether you are a diehard racing fan or new to the track, a Stock Car Pro Series bundle sale will have something for everybody. Choose from 4 electrifying bundles packed with exclusive digital collectibles and assets from Brazil's premier racing league, Stock Car Pro. Registration does start today, Thursday the 29th at 9 a.m. PT, which means it's already happened. It is open now. We'll get into the specifics and take a look at it in more detail in the game of Upland. But the sale is happening tomorrow, Friday, August 30th, 9 a.m. PT. We know with these registration runs to about an hour before we get registered. Well, we get an email. It tells us where we are in line. We go and we try to mint whatever it is we're trying to mint. There's no guarantees that there's enough stock available to meet all needs or meet all desires. And we also know that if you're not there early, it often means you get nothing. That's because once the line gets exhausted, the seconds are available. Seconds are available for those who are there and available to purchase them. If you take an hour lunch, it's a great opportunity for you to go and potentially buy some of these. If you are busy for that hour lunch or that whatever, where you don't have time to pick up your phone and look at what's going on if you're at Thanksgiving dinner with your mom, as I've learned in previous Upland sales. And she is judgmental of you looking at your phone. You might not pick up your phone. You might miss the sale. But again, this is the pattern that we have. These register and get lucky, put your name and the placement in the queue, and then mint what you can mint. We'll take a look at that sale in a little more detail here. Let's see what's available. Again, gearing up for the first official Upland Stock Car Pro Series right after sizzle season. Wow. Well, wait a minute. Whoa. This is bigger news than it looks on its face. That's the Stock Car Pro Series with racing. What Stock Car Pro Series sounds like. This racing series will take place between Upland seasons. Each Upland season. So Upland's talked about how special it is between seasons. They had talked about this way back early in the spring about having these events that are held between seasons. And that's what we were told when we first started having seasons. And we had a couple interstitial breaks in between these seasons. You know, there's a season and there's a break and then there's another season. And in that intermediary break, I'm sorry, there's someone with a wide open mic. But in that intermediary break, we had a couple of these, and there was nothing. There was nothing in that intermediary break, and now we're finally delivering on that promise. Again, we're looking at this break, or the filler in the break. We are going to have this opportunity to be part of the break. That is a competition for Stock Car Pro Series Racing. It's designed exclusively for stock cars and stock car tracks. Expect a high-octane competition with its own set of prizes and rewards. Stay tuned for future posts where you'll share all the juicy details. Here's the reality. The reality is they had these interesting ways to get those Stock Car Pro Series cars. I did all the things. I got in line 3 times. 3 times Upland said, "You're at the back of the list, Goldie." And I do not have a Stock Car Pro Series car. Realities. Would love to see another one of these sales that actually works in my favor, but we don't know. We'll see how much effort I put in this time around, based on the time that on the fact that I was 3 times unlucky. The Luden's delicious cherry lozenges. Yeah, a Luden's might do it. A Luden's might do it tonight. Yeah, and if I could take the 2 minutes, I don't do it. But right now, taking a look here, I think we're gonna struggle through here. Whether you're a diehard racing fan or new to the track, our Stock Car Pro Series bundles sales have something for everyone. Choose from 4 electrifying bundles packed with exclusive digital collectibles and assets from Brazil's premier racing league. As we said, that is the 29th at 9 a.m. PT is when things got kicked off. Registration is open currently. Tomorrow, the 30th, 9 a.m. PT is when the sale is. The registration period ends at 8 a.m. PT, so do register in time. Don't wait to the last minute. Available in both UPX and USD. UPX and USD. UPX, my friend, I miss you. I miss being able to use you. We've had a couple of these sales where we could use UPX, and I missed them. I've missed those sales. There's limited numbers. They sold through fast. But there's another opportunity to use UPX to buy an asset in the game of Upland, and boy, am I happy. Stock Car Pro Pass is only available for USD. Now I'm less happy. I put a lot of money in last time to try to get a Stock Car Pro Series Pass, and not so much luck. Breakdown of Stock Car Pro Series bundles. There are 4 different types of Stock Car Pro Series bundles that will be available in Upland for both USD and UPX. In these bundles, players will have a chance to receive block explorers and a variety of legits, including driver suits, helmets, driver caps, posters, logos, and Stock Car Pro Series memento passes. I have gotten some mementos, and the 2 mementos I have gotten are spotlights, and boy, do I enjoy spotlights. It's a 12-second, 13-second clip. I've seen some exciting things. I don't own a Crash. Oh my gosh, I don't own a Crash. But it's kind of exciting. It's one of the spaces where there is audio in the game of Upland. We talk about Upland being a silent game. These mementos do have some audio, and it's kind of fun because I work on my Portuguese as I watch them. Yes, it is fun. It's fun. So higher class bundles offer a better chance of obtaining a Stock Car Pro Series Pass, and a better chance at getting a block explorer. Well, look at that. Check out the chart below for the details for each bundle. As we saw with these before, It is a random hit opportunity. It's a chance for you to maybe get something nice, but along the way, you're getting something that's, it's collectible and somebody's interested in it. Maybe, I don't know. It's not a direct path to owning a stock car pro series car. That's a reality. That's the reality we saw last time we had these sales. That's the reality that carries on this time around. So there are some different passes. If you're buying in OPEX, you don't get the really hot stuff, great stuff, best stuff. You do have the opportunity to get a Stock Car Pro Series Essentials bundle for 5,000 UPEX. There are 2,000 of those available. It is an UPEX only sale. There's no USD equivalent. 2 items per bundle. And description: 3 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials. Okay, hang on. 5,000 UPEX, 2,000 quantity, items per bundle 2. What do you get? 3 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials. I've spotted a typo. Look at that typo. Stock Car Pro Series Essentials. I'm assuming that the 2 and the 3, they're 2 different numbers that don't relate to each other. Let's find out how many that is, Upland. We'll get that updated here between 2 and 3, and let's see if we can get that answer here sooner rather than later. Sale is tomorrow at 9 a.m. PT. $10 US. Wow, 6 wicks. Maybe I need that looted. Stock Pro Series Essentials. 5,000 UPEX. There are 2,000 of those available. Either 2 or 3 bundles, I guess. 2 or 3 items per bundle, I guess. Stock Pro Series Starter, $10 or 10,000 UPEX. Again, there's 300 of each available. You get 4 items in there. You get 2 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials. You get a Stock Car Pro Series Legit NFT. There's a 5% chance for it being a pass. Otherwise, it ends up being an essential, essentially. And then you have a Stock Car Pro Series NFT with a 5% chance for a driver block explorer. Otherwise, it's an essential. So, you're going to get 4 essentials, more than likely. More than likely, you're going to get 4 essentials for $10 or 10,000 UPEX. 10,000 UPEX for 4 essentials seems a lot better of a deal with a small percentage chance of you getting either a block explorer or a car pass. $25 USD gets you a Stock Car Pro. Pro Series or Pro Series Pro, whatever we want to call it. $25 USD is the price, or 25,000 UPEX. They're 2 separate purchase pools. 100 quantity for the USD option, 100 quantity for the UPEX option. 4 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials are going to be in there. You're going to get a total of 6 assets. To 4 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials, you have a 30% chance that you're going to get a pass, or 70% chance that 5th item is going to be an essential. And then the 6th option is a Stock Car Pro Series NFT. 15% chance that that's a driver block explorer, otherwise an essential. What? The higher rarity is on the Stock Car Pro Series block explorer, not on the car pass. Okay, I'll buy it. Again, if you ask me, the car pass is more valuable. We'll get into what a car pass is, what it does, how it works. But historically, they have been more valuable than the block explorers. So I could kind of see that the rarity could be flopped there, but we'll take it as it comes. And then finally, there's a $50 option, and there's no 50,000 UPEX option. You got to spend the real cold hard cash, $50 USD. It's called the Stock Car Pass bundle. There's 100 of those available. Again, $50 each for one of 100 of these bundles. There are 6 items in each of them. 4 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials, guaranteed. And then you are guaranteed a Stock Car Pro Series Pass. Yes! So again, that is what I would consider the most valuable part of these pass sales. We know that 4 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials, if you wanted to just get 4 Stock Car Pro Series Essentials, you can get them for 10,000 UPEX. You get 2 of the Stock Car Essentials bundles. You get for a total of 10,000 UPEX. So the rest of this value is obviously between this guaranteed pass and a 30% chance to get a driver block explorer, or otherwise it's just another another one of these essentials. So the essentials, if you want to do a little bit of a math, people. If we want to do a little bit of a math on that, we are going to see that the essentials are essentially worth 2,500 UPIX a piece, more or less. And then the USD to UPIX exchange rate, probably not there. So ultimately, if we go back and we scale things back, and you've got a 30% chance of getting a pass here for $25 USD, and a 70% chance that's not what you're going to get. And only a 50% chance of getting a Block Explorer, and a 85% chance it's not what you're going to get. It seems like a lot of dollars to take that swing at these items at this Stock Car Pro Series pass. So, that's where the value is here. Obviously, Upland is ascribing most of the value to that Stock Car Pro Series pass. Block Explorer as well, but $50, you're going to guarantee yourself a Stock Car Pro Series says. We have to ask ourselves, what does a Pro Series car pass actually do, and why do we have them? Well, we'll get there. But let's see how Upland rolls this through. After buying a bundle, the package containing the items will be delivered to your wallet within a few minutes. Once the player opens the package, the legits are added to the player's wallet and can be viewed in the Racing Legits menu. For players looking to buy multiple packs, keep in mind that there is a cooldown period between purchases. Yes, there is. Players won't be able to swap or trade bundles. Again, this is a key note. This has been something that's come up again and again and again, and people have bought bundles or packs thinking that you could keep an unopened pack and sell it later. You cannot do that. This is a bundle. Think of it as a crate that shows up at your door. UPS is not being very safe with that crate. It gets destroyed when it gets to your door. So all of the contents, they just strewed out all over the patio, and you got to scoop them up. That's what we've got. We can't take that box and give it to our friend or sell it to our cousin or any of those things. Good to see you, Kyo Ninja. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here. So that's important notes to put there. Players, again, can't buy, sell, trade bundles. It's only the contents thereof. The legits obviously are tradable after they've been delivered to a player's wallet. If you have a variety, a racing shop, you can sell these. So, ooh la la. And the passes can go to a variety shop. Ooh, I got one of those. So the car passes can go to a variety shop if you are looking for a car pass. Also, it's important to note that passes are rare. There's a little bit of a strategy that goes into how players can use them. Ooh, let's take a look at those passes. Oh, we got to talk about Block Explorers first. Let's talk about Block Explorers first. Upland is kind of making us hedge our bets here, that this is worth getting to, but it's worth getting to, I promise. The Stock Car Pro Series Block Explorers are more than just collectibles. In the upcoming Stock Car Racing Series, players will be able to use these Block Explorers to qualify for higher tiers of rewards. Ooh la la. Each player on a Stock Car Pro Series roster will have a dedicated Block Explorer obtaining exclusively through the Starter, Pro, and Pass bundles will yield even more information about how to get the most out of these Block Explorers at a later time. So keep an eye out for updates. I have one. I know somebody who has all of them. So these are kind of fun and exciting. Obviously, let's hope all the ones that we have, including the ones that we obtained earlier, fall, last year, spring of this year, let's hope that they have some value. They are ascribed some value, the same value as these new Block Explorers. And it is interesting that you can use the specific Block Explorer in racing to have a benefit effect. Go figure. We've been told for 3 years that was coming, and we've got at least some version of that with this very limited, because there's very few people who can participate, very limited race series. So we'll see how this plays out. Stock Car Pro Series legits. There are 5 types of legits of what are called the essentials, the common legits. Players will have a chance to receive from all of the bundles. That's the driver's suit, the helmets, the driver's caps, posters, and logos. Memento passes, ooh la la. The Stock Car Pro Series Memento passes offer players the opportunity to acquire unique mementos, rare legits from the Stock Car Pro Series races. Players who obtain a pass will be able to exchange it for a memento at a later date. These mementos can be a variety of different digital assets, such as a driver's suit, wearables, helmets, driver caps, spotlights of memorable highlight moments. I have a couple, and race trophies. Ooh la la, either gold, silver, or bronze. It's important to note that these mementos, only the memento driver suits will be wearable. So, yes, you can get a helmet. Ooh la la, look at that. Helmet memento. It's tied directly to a specific race and a specific driver, and it's really cool. But you can't wear it in the game of Upwind or other digital spaces. It's specifically the wearable driver suit that has the ability to be used as a wearable, as a display asset on top of your avatar someplace in the metaverse. We do have a few different things here, examples of these assets. Here's some essentials. Ooh, look at that. And again, an essentials driving suit is not the same as a memento wearable driving suit. So that's something to watch out for as well. If you buy these on the secondary, if you look at these on the secondary, wearable driving suit memento is different than the essential driving suit, which is essentially just think of it as going to the store and buying an off-the-shelf replica of what your favorite racer wears, as opposed to having the jersey your racer wore at a recent race, and you just get that actual, in race used sweat stain jumpsuit. Keep an eye out for the exchange icon within your wallet. It will illuminate when your pass becomes eligible for exchange. So these are done on a weekly basis. You can buy your pass before the race, or sometimes you get awarded the pass before the race event happens. After the race happens, after a certain period of time, you're able to exchange these passes and get the memento, or whatever type of memento that might be. This means you can effortlessly exchange your pass for these valuable mementos and add them to your collection. We'll notify players when the pass exchanges are available. Exclusive Stock Car Pro Series car sale! Now we have a reason to have those passes we talked about so much earlier. Holders of the Stock Car Pro Series passes and mementos will have a special privilege of taking part in exclusive Stock Car Pro Series car sales. These exclusive sales will be associated with specific races, and participation will be restricted to players who possess Stock Car Pro Series passes and mementos from any race. Okay. Additional information regarding these exclusive sales will be disclosed at a later time. For a preview of the available car options and details, please refer to the section below. Well, let's go back and look at one more thing, because this was important. All right. So Stock Car Pro Series Essential. Okay. Stock Car Pro Series Legit NFT, a 5% chance of a pass. Ooh la la. Or Stock Car Pro Series NFT or Driver Block Explorer. Ooh la la. So look at that. The Pro Series Pass, the Stock Car Pro Series Pass for the car. Again, we see what that sale is. And where do our mementos come in? Well, our mementos are going to be kind of shaken into that pie. They're going to be rare. They're going to be mixed in there. You have an opportunity to get them. Keep that in mind. So that could be something that makes a very bright day, because you did go and get lucky and get a memento. All right, let's take a look at the car series cars. So we do have 3 different cars. The trainer car is perfect for upwind racing beginners. These cars are designed with modest stats that provide a balanced and approachable introduction to Stock Car Pro Series. Whether you are new to the racing scene or looking for a smoother learning curve, trainer cars offer a user-friendly experience. The competition cars striking a balance between accessibility and performance. Competition cars deliver increased stats that make them versatile contenders on the track. Resembling the Stock Car Pro Series vehicles, these cars offer a taste of authenticity while catering to a wider range of racers. And obviously there's a pro cars. The pro cars are the top of the top. The pro cars are the versions of the cars that look like the cars that are racing around the track. That is the cars as such that has all the sponsor logos everywhere. The sponsor logos exist on the real car in the real life. For those seeking the pinnacle of racing excellence, pro cars offer an ultimate chance to meet your favorite race. No, it gives you a chance to get there. Wouldn't it be nice? You get this asset and it actually has a tangible, real life, real physical interaction. The top tier stats, they have impeccable, lifelike resemblance to real world stock car Pro Series cars, which include all those sponsor logos. These vehicles even come complete with sponsor logos. We said it 3 times. Every detail is fine tuned to dedicate the thrill and replicate the thrill and the prestige of professional stock car Pro Series racing. Ooh la la. Here's the competition version number 2. Here's a trainer series version number 1. Look at those. We see the competition series add some logos, but not all of the sponsored logos. We get to the Pro Series, and that's where the logos show up. So if you really like, I don't know, some type of Brazilian ice cream, I don't know who the sponsors are, but if you really like that Brazilian ice cream and you really want to see their name emblazoned on the car, you need the Pro Series. Build your stock car Pro Series fan score. Every essential memento player collects will give them fan points that can be used towards their fan score. The higher fan score the player has will increase their odds of unlocking rare mementos when exchanging a pass. Players can increase their fan score by collecting Stock Car Pro Series legits through bundles and trading Stock Car Pro Series legits with other upwinners. Another players can increase their fan scores by completing Stock Car Pro Series collections, which will boost their fan score values of any player's legits in those collections. Stock Car Pro Series collections, while legits build up a fan score, completed collections multiply the fan score you've already earned. Below is a detailed chart of the Stock Car Pro Series collections for players to complete. Keep in mind that the fan score multiplier is now available to all 2024 items. Well, this is a long list. Essentially, there is a list of the name of these collections. We see what the collection is in the description. There's a rarity tier, common, exclusive, limited, ultra rare. And there's different multipliers from 1.3 to 2.85 times multiplier. Exciting. And UPX one-time reward. So we talked about collections having values to give people. Ooh, we'll take a look at this in a second. Robotussin for relief. Just don't make too much. Robo tripping is real. Yes, 6-mix, something to take the edge off this cough. It isn't cold related. It is just voice related, and we'll get it cleaned up here very shortly when we finish up the show. Again, with these collections, there are a number of ways to earn some UPX. So we talked about the importance of this as being a real reward for building NFLPA collections and how exciting different collection building could be if there was a way to earn UPX as you did it. And here's a way to earn UPX again on another asset-based collection. We have it with properties, and then obviously we have it here with Stock Car Pro Series as well. Get ready to experience the thrill of Stock Car Pro Series like never before with a Sao Paulo expansion, exclusive bundles, and an upcoming Stock Car Pro Series racing series. There's never been a better time to dive into the action. Keep your eyes on the track, your hands on the wheel, and then stay tuned for more updates as we continue to fuel your passion for racing in Upland. Again, there's a race series. We'll get more details on it later. So keep your eyes out. Again, this is something that's been a little bit of a promise. It's a way to have something to do in the game of Upland when we're not rushing and trying to get more tasks off the list so we can get the highest multiplier as possible on our Sparklet rewards that we're getting at the Snapshot. Again, segue. Snapshot is tomorrow, 9 a.m. PT, the 30th of September. You're going to want to have the highest multipliers possible. You have a few hours left to do it. Go do some races, cars, and Track Hero. Go and buy some assets as a Blocks Explorer store, or buy some assets at a NFLPA shop. Get some check marks on that board. More check marks, the better. The higher your multiplier, the more Sparklet you're going to get. So definitely do participate to the best of your ability, because Sparklet is a beautiful thing, and it's nice to have a giant pile of it. So do keep in mind that is tomorrow, the 30th. And then again at the end of the month, on the best day of the month, the 15th of September. Ooh la la, what a wonderful day. I wonder why it's so special. The 15th of September, there will be another snapshot. So if you're 3/4 of the way through your task, you've got what you've got done, you get your multiplier for where you are on Friday, aka tomorrow, and you still have a second dip at that to increase that multiplier even more for the end of the month. We'll see, or end of the month, the end of the season, the end of sizzle season. We'll see the same opportunity for the next season, the following season after that. So do not fret, but do the best you can with what you've got at this time with limited hours left. It is a great time. It is a great time to maximize your points if you can do so to get some better Sparkle rewards. All right. Let's take a look at the last thing here. Sao Paulo expansion. Sao Paulo expansion happened today. And in order to really take a peek at the Sao Paulo expansion, we're going to take a look in the game of Upland to see what's gone on. Again, this is tied a little bit with the idea of cities having a tie to partnerships. Sao Paulo, part of Upland, yeah. So part of Brazilian racing, part of Stock Car Pro Series racing. There's a track that's outside city. We see those ties between these cities and Stock Car Pro Series tracks in Brazil. It's nice. It's nice that we have that tie between a city existing in the game of Upland and a virtual space that has a tie to the real world city, that has a tie to the virtual Upland city, and it feels a lot like we're doing something here, like we're owning properties in specific areas for a real reason. It's like when we had specific collections in Nashville, it would have made Nashville special, which Nashville was what Nashville was. It would have made Nashville special if there were special events tied to music that happened in Nashville. It would have made LA more special if there were special events tied to comedy or tied to music or tied to anything entertainment wise that were tied to LA. But it is nice that we do have these Stock Car Pro Series racing with these tracks in Brazil that are tied to the city specifically. And it's worth expanding those cities. I see. It's worth expanding those cities. It's worth focusing on those cities. It's worth, having properties in those cities. If those cities have an enhanced level of utility, if they help bring an enhanced level of utility based on specific properties in the city. And let's take a look at Sao Paulo to get a better idea or a better vision of what went on today. Easy thing to say is we're always going to have the highest speculation parts of these cities sell the fastest. It's the way it is. And it continues to be the way it is, and it will continue to be the way it is. So we do have some new areas here. Ooh la la! Look at MoMA. I'm gonna go MoMA. MoMA. We have Jardim Paulista. We have Consolaco. Yeah, sure. Close enough. Close enough. All right, and then look at that. Okay, let's take a look in here closer. Let's see what we ended up with. Oop, 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 oop. Here we go. And Bella Vista. Let's take a look here. All right, and Consolaco. That's the best you've got. Very highly, very, very highly unminted. Look at this. 207 UPX. You could have, 207 UP2. We're reading straight now. 207 UP2, 45,747 UPX. We can do our math. Bloop, 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 bloopity bloop. A little over 250 UPX per UP2. Not the cheapest properties in the game of Upland, but not the most expensive either. What's your reasoning to own a property in Sao Paulo? Sao Paulo is a lovely city. We have a vibrant Brazilian community in the game of Upland. That's why it's a little surprising not to see more of these properties mint out. But again, what's the utility of owning this property in this place? Well, I mean, people are going to collection speculate. And if you look at a neighborhood that is higher collection speculation, you're going to see probably more of those properties minted. But we're going to take a look here, and we do see that a lot of properties with tags on them were the first ones to mint. Go figure. That is a really common thing to happen in many cities. Here we're looking at, look at that. We're looking at a little higher UPX per UP2 even here. That's not a surprise, but it is what it is. Jardin Palista. We've got take a closer look for MoMA and see what's going on there. Let's see how much minting we have. Oh my gosh, where's all the minting? Unminted. Heavily unminted. UPX pre UP2. Oh no, it's expensive. Oh, look at that. Again, nothing too crazy here. We're looking at again the same. We can look at 200, 300 UPX per UP2. Don't get me to thousands and thousands of UPX per UP2. I want my cheap cities. I want my cheap properties. I love the cheap properties, but that's not what we're gonna have ultimately in the game of Upland. Every single city in the game, especially as we have cities that are cities and properties that in the real world aren't the cheapest to begin with. And here we go. Some more properties. Bella Vista. Let's see what we've got there. Ooh. See, again, nothing crazy. We're looking at about that 200, a little less than 200 UPX per UP2. Pricing pretty similar across the board here in the different neighborhoods. Keynotes here obviously is if there's an area that's heavily speculated, like a specific street, we're going to see that those streets are minted out. Look at that. Not surprised. If we look at areas that are outside of those areas, we might see less heavily minted properties. That is a reality. It's something that we see in many or play out in many ways the game of Upland, and will continue to happen. And again, I just always like to point out when we have a city release, not every property is super special. That's why people mint properties and sell them below mint in 6 months, because there's nothing they're going to do with them, and the market doesn't tell them to sell their properties at 3x or 4x, or if they try to, they don't. But if you're looking for a property for a specific reason, get the property that fits your specific reason. If you're looking for a property that's in Sao Paulo because you want to have direct connections between yourself and other players who have properties in Sao Paulo, get yourself a property. If you want to be able to manufacture in Sao Paulo, get yourself a property that's large enough to put a factory on. If you want to have a meta venture in Sao Paulo, get yourself a property you can put a meta venture on. Where was it leaked? Only heard about existing exclusives were leaked, but not sure about Bella Vista. However, is it true? Is it true Bella Vista was leaked as a collection? Oh, wow, Swarley. I don't know about any leaks. People have speculations. People do different things. People pull data that they seem to see before the actual release keys are put out, and they say, "Ooh, I have this data from the game of Upland that's encrypted, but it seems to point out blank number of properties, and there's blank number of properties in this neighborhood. Ooh la la, that's the collection." We see a lot of that every single release, and sometimes there's some truth to it. So yes, it is possible. It is possible, Swarley, that somebody figured out that one neighborhood or another is a collection. But if I come back out, if you really would like yourself some Bella Vista, there are opportunities still in Bella Vista to pick up. It does look like it's been heavily minted, one of the most heavily minted neighborhood of the releases. But like I said, under 200 UPX per UP2, you can have yourself a nice little piece of Sao Paulo, and specifically Bella Vista. So if you want to go purchase them, head on over. Go take a look. And again, no game strategy advice, no financial advice, no guarantee collections will be hit. And a reminder that you only will find out if a collection's been hit if we have an entire mint out of that collection. That includes neighborhood collections. That includes in Paris, which this Thursday, today, we had yet another week of blanking. We did not have a new collection introduced in the game of Upland from Paris. We did not have a new collection introduced in the game of Upland because there wasn't a fully minted out collection that was fully minted out this week. Keep that in mind as we continue to see cities get released in the game of Upland. This new methodology from Upland is likely to continue, meaning it's possible that if people don't want to mint out the city, they'll never know. They'll never know what the collection is, except there's a safeguard that's already in place with Sao Paulo the 15th of November. So we'll see. We'll see how heavily this mints out. Big caveat is there seems to be one of these neighborhoods that is minting out much, much faster than the others. And that's Bella Vista, with 3 other neighborhoods that have plenty of other reasons to celebrate. I love the real world link from Upland into looking at what's there. If I were to fly to Sao Paulo right now, ooh, this is cool. This is cool. And I think that is a fun part of the game of Upland. But I do like to say, not to kill my darlings. I have a lot of properties myself, but not to kill my darlings. But not every property is special. There's not a reason for me to have over 600 properties. I do have over 600 properties, but there's not a reason for me to have over 600 properties unless I'm doing something with them. And I do something with a lot of them. I do have a number of meta ventures that is an opportunity for people who do want to have more to do in the game of Upland. Building and owning properties, doing specific things with them in Layer 1 Upland, so they could do things in Layer 2 Upland. That is a reality, and a lot of people have been enjoying that. People do buy properties that are specific to them. They might collect dojos because they are big into martial arts. They might collect specific properties where their mom went that one time and plugged the toilet, whatever it is. You could have it related to real life. You could have it related to things you enjoy in the world. But again, not every property is going to have that same patina for everybody. Not everyone's going to see that property and be the same way. That's why I like to warn people who do flip when they come into these new cities or expansions that it's not always a flipper's paradise for every single property that gets minted in cities anymore. But it is nice. It is nice to be able to have that competitive minting. If you've got a strategy, you go towards it, you get the properties you get excited for a little bit. And then when things settle, so when the dust clears, I can worry about what the utility is. Again, everybody has a different strategy. Mine is to know what I want. And sometimes knowing what I want means why I want it. And collection speculation's fun and all, and I definitely get involved in it, and I definitely mint properties. If they hit collection, I'm very, very happy. But there's also a number of other reasons to own a property, and that's what I would stress whenever we have a new city release like this or expansion. King Cody agree. It's interesting that Bella Vista, there's some speculation. That may be why we've seen as much minting as we have in Bella Vista. It does have to fully mint out before we find out if it's a collection or not for next Thursday. So if you really want to find out if it's a collection or not, go mint it now! And then you'll either be proven right or wrong this coming Thursday when we do have that opportunity. We do have that release of collections. For tonight, that's about it. I do want to encourage people to complete as many of the collections as they possibly can, or as many of the tasks they possibly can in itchy leg. In the sizzle season, get a higher multiplier, get more sparklet. For tonight, thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. We'll talk tomorrow. The snapshot will have already been taken for sizzle season snapshot number 1 for the sparklet airdrop. So hopefully you've done your best by that time. We will see you again tomorrow. Again, as always, if you're in the Upland Cafe in Discord, feel free to unmute your mics. The floor is yours.